promise we're going to go over a couple problems on the test that a lot of people missed. So the test results were really good, so there weren't a lot to go over. So I'm just going to hit 4 quick problems. Hopefully this will take less than 5 minutes, so please watch it. I'll try to record your scores today. So the first one is number 14. It's a complex fraction. So how do we do complex fractions? Well, we multiply all the individual fractions by the common denominator of all the fractions. So we have a YB is the common denominator. So everybody gets a YB for you, a YB for you, and a YB for you. The Y's cross out, so we would just get a 4B. And you can see we're getting rid of the fractions in the fractions. So the B's are crossing out, so we're going to get a Y squared. And finally, in the denominator, the B's cross out, so we get a 2Y. Please do not cancel out the terms. You can only cancel out factors. Like if I have 3 plus 5 over 3, we cannot do this. That's an illegal move. 8 is not the same. 8 over 3 is not the same as 5. So make sure you don't cross out any terms. You can only cross out factors. For example, if we had 3 times 5 over 3, then you could cross out the 3's because these are factors. Okay, first problem done. Let's go to the next one. This was the most missed problem on the test, and if you saw it again, you might miss it again even after I show you because it's kind of confusing looking. Now we can't bring the negative exponents to this denominator because these are, again, terms, not factors. So each individual term needs to become its own fraction. So y over x cubed, and then in the denominator we have y squared over x. Now it's really similar to the last problem we did. The common denominator of all the denominators is x cubed. So everybody gets an x cubed, and that'll take care of the denominators of each of the fractions. So the x's will cross out, so we're going to get 3x squared. The whole x cubes will cross out, so we're going to get plus y. So this will cross out, making x squared. And the same thing here, this will become an x squared. So in this denominator, we have y squared, x squared. So crazy how simple that is. Now, again, we don't want to cross out anything with the terms, only cross out factors. All right, next problem. Okay, a few of you missed this one. I'll just do this one for fun. So we want to simplify each of the radicals. So you can go over here and make a tree. So we get 2 and 10, 2 and 5. The 2's become friends and come out. We already have the 4 there, so we're going to have 4 times 2, and the 5 is trapped. Let's do the 125. So it's going to be 5 and 25, and 5 and 5. A 5 comes out, but a 5 is trapped. And the last one is the square root of 80, so let's take 80. So we get 2 and 40, 2 and 20, 2 and 10. Ooh, this one's long. 2 and 5. So 2's, so we have 2 2's, so that's going to be 4 comes out. 2 times 2 is 4, root 5. Look at these, they're all the same. Very interesting. Okay, so then we will, we're going to get 8 root 5, plus 5 root 5, plus 4 root 5, and that all adds up to 21 root, whoops, this should have been an 8. Oh, I forgot this 2, guys. Whoops, 2, 2. And so we're going to get 8 root 5 here, so let's just add that on. So 8 plus 5 is 21 root 5. I'm just trying to fit that all in there. All right. So that was the next problem that a couple of you missed. Now, this next one is a sample of these kind of problems. Most of you did okay on these, but let me just show you something. So this is the last one, by the way. So we get n squared minus 10n plus 16. You want to put it in descending order of variables. Now, when you go to factor these, you don't just make up numbers. I know it's shocking. So you're going to say what times what gives you n squared. You all got that right. Now, here comes the complicated part. First of all, you want to look at the last sign. If the last sign's positive, you know these signs are going to be the same. What are they going to be the same as? They're both going to be negative. Now, you need to think of two numbers that you can multiply together and get 16, and when you add them, you're going to get 10. So if we did 16 times 1, if we add them, we're not going to get 10. But if we did 8 times 2, when we add these, we're going to get 10. So we're going to put in here the 8 and the 2. Maybe we'll try another one just for kicks, just to, like a little bit more practice on how these signs work. Let me see. How about if we even do this one? It's number 6, and I promise we'll end with this one. X squared minus 3x minus 10. Okay, when you go to do this one, we have our x times x. You all got that right. Now the last sign is negative, which means one's going to be plus and one's going to be a minus. And when we subtract them, we should get 3. So we only have 10 and 1 is a combination, and the other one is 2 times 5. Now if we subtract these, we are indeed going to get 3, but we have more negatives, so the bigger one has to be negative and the smaller one positive. All right, that's it for test review.